Okay. Untiasie efa this new amended levy huno den de ade poti.
I would ask me asana mesha ma akra in fact aban
Baby awugina ne nye we line na break
okay in 2015
yeah
aban pass Energy Sector Levy Act and as act na four levies: Energy Debt Recovery Levy, Price Stabilization and Recovery Levy, Energy Fund Levy, and a Road Fund Levy for the petroleum sector, and the National Electrification Scheme Levy, and also Public Lighting Levy for the power sector. Now, build up now in 2015 899 na Energy Debt Recovery Levy 41 pesos per liter. Price Stabilization Recovery Levy 12 on petrol and then 10 on diesel. Energy Fund Levy 1 peso per liter, and a Road Fund Levy 40 pesos per liter. And 5% and also 5% for both national electrification and also public lighting levies in the power sector. Now the NTI these are torn by and say na sabreno yes say ekabi abeda power sector. So in terms of mobilizing revenue to resolve that particular debt, we needed that particular levy. The honorable setup Edibrayan. Now Edibrayan, I think 2016 implementation started here. DJ Kakra and a buying free so and as a buying for buy. The buying for buy no the former ESLA PLC, which is the first amendment. The second amendment 2019. The 2019 no a buying a becatcher and say Sikana Yitiano and Mintia a cano our power sector no until I was saying before. The 2019 a buying airman day act 899 no, and I think we got 935 or 965 or so. And also no Yebenya 8 pesos at the back Energy Debt Recovery Levy no no emaneko 49 pesos per liter. And the 4 pesos eka special no sorry, the 4 pesos neka price stabilization and recovery levy home. And maybe 16 on petrol and 14 on diesel. Energy Fund Levy yamfashi yankao ejina di ejina. And Road Fund Levy the 8 pesos count my 48 pesos per liter. Yewumwa in 2021 and I buy some bad say 8 pesos ne 4 pesos na yet directly towards the power sector and also petroleum legacy debt no. It's kind of still into yakano. And this idea YNTS 899 yes I course you amended and to 1064 in 2021. The 2021 no the energy sector recovery levy ebe and the sanitation and pollution levy ebe by no crano sa by no engage a lot of CSOs. Me for example menya kwanya ne honorable Matthew Poku premfe ekodi Hong Kong one office by that time na MP and so increase some margins at or no almost almost level engagement Emma minister na my TDNTia this levies because of the power sector debt until we say free home and anra menam kum and I met say Asempa mam information say yes and the certificate of agency no your person amended 899 no at the 1135 and I say 1135 now amendment no me say now say the one city can energy debt recovery level amayanya 1 cedi 95 pesos per liter. I think that basta ukanisana very simplified. But what the government wants to do with what we call the energy sector shortfall and debt repayment levy no is that waka energy debt recovery levy no 49 pesos waka no and now this price stabilization recovery levy and now all the energy sector recovery levy and now the sanitation and pollution levy waka na boom until end amount 95 pesos per liter no.
Oh, okay.
And now all the 1 peso asan beka home
or the 1 cedi asan beka
sorry me that say Odi 1 cedi per liter san be kan amayanya 1 cedi 95 pesos per liter on each of these products. The entire memo of the history with respect to these amendments is a bribia no a buying person this free fan go for the justification is a cow hole in tia you tia a cannot esobeti. Now so you tia no that cannot air cost. So it means that we are not actually as a state and as a country no targeting the sources of debt. Ibabia canono yansidan for your name name because we think petroleum an inelastic product. And what the tax TSWA is one of the best ways to mobilize revenue because what the TSWA, the tax component, the demand, change in very less compared to the tax component. You be an owner because into Yanfantuana Ghana for no NTIA. The other issues, critical issues, there was a yefe, now you solve the debt situation of the process and and that is why previous government have changed. Amended these taxes, yet the power sector debt, balloon. I've heard NDC blaming MPP, Serbia, Majakatwo, same way that say NDC so now MPP back. The noise will still continue that there are huge debt in the power sector because the core and critical issues they matter. I think that's on my best officer problem.
Wow, that's an interesting history. And Odiamayan from 2015 and for Nipa Bebrina in Nimno. I loved the bit about ESLA, no any component under power and under energy, any be a tax handles. Now all of those taxes, no, Ninana ewo a liter of fuel. So and for now as we speak, no. Tax handles and as a levies bako saying ena ewo auto a liter of fuel. Levy saying it was here.
Before the recent amendment, and then there were 6 levies.
6
and
levies.
Also, yes, your energy debt recovery levy 1, price stabilization recovery levy 2, energy fund levy 3, energy sector recovery levy 4. And there was sanitation and pollution levy. I think that's about 6. And there was special petroleum tax. And no, and car levies no.
Yes.
And also a different standalone. We build up. No, so there was 7 tax and levies. And there were these were different distribution margins.
Yeah.
And also 4. The distribution margins, there were UPPF Unified Petroleum Price Fund, which is gaining a lot of windfall now. Because it's a freight cost and the fuel price from a particular margin is because MP is making huge monies out of that. Your primary distribution margin and also a freight margin, which is an interdepot margin, and also the windfall and these are areas government can even mobilize money from. But I don't know why government wants to impose another one. Your fuel market margin and also and the last one no. So we have UP and a boss margin, and boss is for infrastructure. Yes, or they are not even developing the infrastructure in the petroleum downstream. But size is going to coming in a before say once in the Bano. Nanka utia 3 Ghana cedis 27 pesos per liter on petrol. So
and for levies, taxes and margins and
yes,
3 Ghana cedis 27
pesos per liter. Petrol so 3 Ghana cedis 25 pesos per liter. Diesel so and 2 Ghana cedis 11 pesos per kilogram. LPG so.
Okay.
Products like premix and others no subsidies guarantee and no.
And the meaning say for all the initially we the kind of 7 taxes and levies.
Yes.
Now with the 4 different margins, no ebeka you are looking at 11 in terms of taxes, levies, and margins. Baku 11. Oka ni nyina abomu a 3 cedis 27 pesos
per liter.
Per liter
on petrol.
On petrol, good.
Yes.
And just one tax amendment panel the 1 Ghana cedi baba beka ho.
Yes, and that is very surprising because okay, the sequence and amendments of Energy Sector Levy Act we the highest because okay, I make a say 2019 amended act amended act the
Asempa
8 pesos
FM.
and a car energy debt recovery levy and the 4 pesos a car price stabilization and recovery levy to kabuma in fact say 12 and the 8 pesos a car road fund home into kabuma acquire 20 pesos and in 2021 are buying and so they 30 pesos count, that is energy sector recovery levy and also sanitation and pollution levy 20 and 10 respectively. So in the 8 years of MPP almost only 50 pesos and the car price build up on home and just one day and 12 hours NDCD 1 Ghana cedis
1 Ghana cedi. But what is even what makes the picture clearer when you compare the total build up 11 different handles ebi levies ebi baako tax and 4 margins okani nyina abomu 3 cedis 27 pesos on petrol and just one which is amending the energy debt recovery levy and on kwane the 1 Ghana cedi and ayebeka. I mean that's clearly too much and
it is because what is happening now, I think that when there is a windfall on the part of government and also on the part of firms and households I think so will take part of that particular windfall now. It should be very fair, very balanced and deprive the household and firms of this particular benefit because continuously the petroleum user has paid for higher petroleum prices. Of course 17 we made a lot of noise in Ghana say we start buying price stabilization and recovery levy because it's a cushion, it's an insurance levy. Say na anka odi bibi na anka yeti bono so aban anti aban ka che yen say no because we price stabilization and recovery levy it subsidizes premix and one year free so and the petroleum user paid the savings the expenditure on energy and utilities also because of hikes in petroleum prices. This is the time anka petroleum user save kakra and our savings what me I invest either at the household level are improving the welfare or at the family level a bit me amana expanding the operations I employ nipa bebre account and also I investing in other activities at the income government in the end but say we sign ajisa particular 1 Ghana cedis na free no say abain any ready say obema the end user the end user being it the firm or the household because I think that
but the minister make the point Benjamin say we share management of the cedi to dollar relationship it is clear say cedi na appreciate hugely against the dollar and non kwana the savings of 3 Ghana cedis abre consumer and they say a normal 3 Ghana cedis in savings na say we 3 Ghana cedis nemo 1 cedi e de abo aban am watua kai wo ho that should not be too much to ask for no.
I think that is not entirely true when we think that price reduction is mainly caused by appreciation of the cedi. I think that the basana biana winning the fuel price matrix here. And the fuel price even though margins and the supply premiums of the BDCs marketers margin and so on, but mostly variable indicators
Benjamin Nsiah